This is an ABC News special report. The death of Muhammad Ali. Remembering the greatest.
Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Vargas, and we are coming on the air with that breaking news. The boxer once named Sportsman of the Century has died this evening. He was once the most famous man in the world. Muhammad Ali was 74 years old, born January 17th in 1942, and had been suffering from Parkinson's disease. He was taken by EMS from his home to a hospital in Phoenix this past Tuesday afternoon for treatment of a respiratory issue. The former world heavyweight boxing champ was celebrated around the world. Late today, his daughter Layla posted this photo of her dad with his granddaughter Sydney, thanking everyone for their love and their well wishes. We last saw Ali this past April at the annual Celebrity Fight Night Gala, raising money for the fight against Parkinson's disease. He did look frail there. And in September 2015 with other sports legends at the Ali Humanitarian Awards ceremony. And here he is attending the premiere of the HBO documentary, Ali's Greatest Fight. Ali remained a fighter to the very end, not letting his condition sideline him. It was boxing that made the three-time heavyweight champion a legend, but it was his personality that made Muhammad Ali larger than life. ABC's Robin Roberts has more.
Sucker, look at you. You out, sucker.
Muhammad Ali was a lightning rod both in and out of the boxing ring, known for his grace and his power and his poetry.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
He was born Cassius Clay in Louisville, Kentucky in 1942. He learned to fight as a boy after his bicycle was stolen and soon climbed the ranks of amateur boxing. By 18, he was the star of the U.S. Olympic team. Light on his feet and unlike anything the boxing world had ever seen, he took home a gold medal. But the victory was bittersweet. Returning home to a segregated South where he was still treated like a second-class citizen, Ali said he threw his gold medal into the Ohio River in disgust. 4 years later, the young boxer was up against reigning champ Sonny Liston in his first title fight. Defying 7-to-1 odds, he stole the heavyweight title in one of the biggest upsets in history.
I don't have a mark on my face, and I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest.
Ali loved the spotlight, but privately, he was going through his own transformation. At the height of the civil rights movement and under the guidance of Malcolm X, Ali joined the Nation of Islam and rejected what he called his slave name.
I would like for you to call me by my name now. Muhammad Ali.
Cassius Clay would now be known as Muhammad Ali.
He was a revolutionary in terms of race by standing up for things that a lot of people were not yet standing up for. And at the same time, he gave up a lot for his politics. And he was criticized and even vilified by many people.
But the public uproar couldn't distract him in the ring.
Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
Soon there was a new controversy, this one landing him in court. The year was 1967, and the U.S. was deep into the Vietnam War when Ali got his draft notice. He refused to serve, arguing the war violated his Muslim beliefs.
No, I will not go 10,000 miles from here to help murder and kill another poor people simply to continue the domination of white slave masters over the darker people of the earth.
Ali was convicted of draft evasion, stripped of his title, and banned from the sport.
He lost the heart of his athletic career because he refused to fight in Vietnam. Now, that doesn't make him Nelson Mandela, but it was something. And it was striking to many Americans that he not only had beliefs, but he stood up for them.
Still no comment.
You're registered then and not now.
It took almost 3 years for Ali to win his appeal at the Supreme Court and get back into the ring. And he returned with a vengeance, taking on the seemingly invincible George Foreman. In the Rumble in the Jungle, Ali won the hearts of the African crowd and the biggest match of his career.
Too late!
It's over. Muhammad Ali, with an 8th-round knockout, recaptures the heavyweight championship of the world.
So many people doubted him and thought that this bigger, tougher, strong man was going to beat him. And then, he won the fight with his smarts.
And with his razor-sharp wit outside the ring, Ali met his match in ABC sportscaster Howard Cosell.
You should have enough of me by now.
I haven't had enough of you by now. Apparently, I'm going to have a lot more of you.
Their verbal sparring, born out of mutual respect and affection, turned them into an irresistible comedy team on the wide world of sports.
I'm not sure that there's anybody left, really, for you to fight.
You.
That may come about someday. Thank you for coming by.
Stay in shape.
Ali's triumphs, like this one over Joe Frazier in the Thrilla in Manila, made for some of boxing's greatest fights and made Ali one of the most popular figures of his time. It was the golden age of heavyweight boxing, and Ali was king. But years of punishment in the ring took its toll.
Can't talk no more. I'm all messed up.
Ali retired for good in 1981. 3 years later, at the age of 42, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. This time, he would have someone else in his corner. In 1986, he married Lonnie, whom he first met during a trip to his family home in 1963. That meeting immortalized in this photo. Little Lonnie didn't even know who he was. Together, they have faced the toughest fight of Ali's life. And when Ali grew physically weaker over the years, he could still inspire, lighting the Olympic flame in Atlanta, raising millions for charity and speaking out for peace and solidarity with all Muslims in the wake of September 11th.
The United States honors Muhammad Ali.
In 2005, President Bush awarded Ali the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest U.S. civilian honor for a man who will forever be remembered for that boast of a young fighter.
I won it as a man, and I'll defend it as a man.
The man to beat me haven't been born yet.
I'm the world's greatest. I'm always confident I whip all of them. I'm the greatest.
I am the greatest. And in so many ways, Muhammad Ali lived up to his word.
The greatest indeed. Our thanks to Robin Roberts. There is a statement out tonight by the family of Muhammad Ali, quote, "After a 32-year battle with Parkinson's disease, Muhammad Ali has passed away at the age of 74. The 3-time world heavyweight champion boxer died this evening. According to a family spokesman, the funeral will happen this Wednesday in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, a town that he grew up in during the segregated South. And I'm joined by Craig Mortale, who is a longtime documentarian and friend of Muhammad Ali. What will he be remembered most as?
You know, before I even answer that, I mean, it really still hasn't sunk in. I mean, we've been sitting here all night waiting for official word, and it's hard to wrap my head around, but he was an incredibly courageous person. He was courageous in boxing to take on the toughest foes. He fought every comer. He was courageous to change his religion and change his name in the turbulent 60s and be ostracized by much of white America. What he did was very foreign at that time in 1964. Unbelievable courage to stand up and say, I'm not going to the Vietnam War. I think it's an unjust war and it's against my religion.
And to sacrifice 3 years of his prime athletic ability.
Yes.
For that stance, for that principle.
To be willing to sacrifice for what he believed was right is something that I don't think athletes today can even comprehend. And courageous to wait it out, to be proven correct, come back, and take on numerous opponents before he could finally get another title shot 10 years later in 1974.
Is it too much to say that he was the most, he's been called the most famous man in the world? Is that hyperbole?
No, not by any stretch. He was the most well-known man on the planet for the vast majority of his life. And maybe in more recent years when he was traveling less and seen less, maybe the younger generation is not totally familiar with who he was and what he stands for, but the people of my generation, our generation, we're about the same age, the baby boomers, the civil rights generation certainly has a great deal of affinity for what he did and who he was. And to finish my thought on courage, the courage to take on that dreaded disease of Parkinson's and to be in public for most of the time that he was infirm. Until very recently, he was still very public. He wasn't ashamed to be seen. He still wanted to touch as many people as he could, and I found it incredibly encouraging and courageous. I documented that in a documentary I produced in the 90s because I wanted to set the record straight, that he still had his intellectual capabilities, he was still funny, and he still wanted to engage. And I think of courage, that's just the one word that keeps standing out, and he just was a man of peace and love.
I think much of America and much of the world is attributing all three of those words to Muhammad Ali tonight. And Muhammad Ali will always be remembered not only for that courage and for that love toward others, but also at times for the playful barbs outside the ring, that lots of talking that he was infamous for. As Robin mentioned in her piece, the frequent foil for many of those quick one-liners, however, was legendary ABC sportscaster Howard Cosell. Both men sharing a lot of laughs and deep respect for each other, while the rest of us got to sit back and enjoy the show.
Don't touch me.
What you call it?
Let's tell it like it is, right from the beginning.
I done made you famous enough. Everywhere I go, you follow me to get your name in the papers and on television.
You'd still be stealing bikes in Louisville if it weren't for me.
Don't tell people I stole bikes.
You're being extremely truculent.
Whatever truculent mean, if that's good, I'm that.
I hope it's not an act. I hope you mean it.
If it's an act, just look at my record and see if have the other fights been acts. Have they been acts?
Not so far.
Well, what makes you think I'm acting?
And with that final stage of the act...
This is unexpected. I didn't know you would invite me to do this. Oh, hold it. You must be on boxing position and just have a little dance like you're boxing and just for 1 second. I have to time it. And for 1 second. Like that.
And where and when?
I'd like to fight whoever you think's the best, the #1 man. I'd say he's Zoe Foley.
I'm not sure that there's anybody left, really, for you to fight.
You.
That may come about someday. Thank you for coming by.
Just stay in shape.
Well, I tell you, Cosell, I've been taking oxygen because I needed the oxygen. What you will see is I won't need the oxygen tonight. I'm ready. You always said, Muhammad, you're not the man you were 10 years ago, right?
Right.
Well, I'm going to ask your wife, are you the man you was last year?
You'll get a quick answer to that.
I congratulate you. It's my honor. Your name is Muhammad Ali.
Great affection between those two men, Howie Cosell and Muhammad Ali. The mayor of Louisville, Kentucky, Ali's hometown, has just announced the flags there will be lowered at half-staff in his honor. Again, the funeral will be held on Wednesday. Once again, to recap, Muhammad Ali, boxing legend, humanitarian, a man many call the greatest of all time, dead tonight at the age of 74 after suffering years from Parkinson's disease. We'll have much more coverage on Nightline, and we'll have a full special 2020 tomorrow night, Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I hope you'll join me. I'm Elizabeth Vargas in New York. Good night.
Last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
I'm the world's greatest. Always confident I whip all of them.
Ali is getting the people to chant Ali Bomaye.
I'm the greatest.
I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
This has been a special report from ABC News.